Hey, welcome back to Lunch in the Market. Finally, a day to make some trades. What a day it is. What sends the market up or down really isn't usually important. But today we have North Korea and South Korea firing things at each other that explode, and we have a down market. This really isn't news as they've been shooting at each other for decades. Why North Korea refuses to step into a new paradigm and just out-earn their neighbor to the south is the real question. Korea aside, there are some juicy trades on the block for today. First trade, let's take a look at Goldman Sachs. Symbol GS has broken 160 to the downside. Again, we still like selling the December 150, 140 put spreads for better than a buck. Speaking of spreads for better than a buck, Apple December 290, 280 put spreads could be sold for about a buck 30 right now. And really, there's only 25 days left in December OpEx. Remember, December options expiration is the 17th of this month. So really, when we come back from Thanksgiving break, there's really not a whole lot of December left. In fact, when we come back, we'll already be November the 29th. There's actually only 13 real trading days in the month of December. Basically, you get the picture. It's a short options expiration in December. Alright, we're also short BHP 80.75 put spreads in December. This trade is not for the faint of heart. If you've got a little hair on your chest and don't mind taking a risk, we like the December 80.75 put spreads in BHP. Why those levels? Well, there's actually no premium below 80 bucks, so it's really the only trade we can put on in BHP. The company is extremely well, and we are long stock in BHP. The banks, there is a no premium in the banks right now to short put spread, so we like the banks actually from the long side. We like JP Morgan Chase and Bank of America. We're long both, we'll stay long, and we've been adding to positions as they sell off. We also like Banco Santander. Full disclosure, we actually exercised the puts. We had January 2011 $12 puts. We actually exercised, made somebody take our stock. Then we actually went back in and rebought the stock with a cost basis of $10.53.5. Okay, so we do like those. We actually added some calls to those as well, the June 2011 10 calls. So we do like Banco Santander. We've been collecting the dividend for quite some time now. We made somebody take our stock at 12 bucks, then we went right back in there and bought it back at $10.53 to lower our cost basis. We were actually up on the name, even at $10.54, we were still up 20%. So, but that's the trade. Banco Marco, symbol BMA. We also like them. If you want more details on BMA, go back and check out our episode from November the 19th on YouTube. Okay, Jack in the Box. We like the June 2011 22.5 calls. We added to our position today on Jack. Jack in the Box, symbol JACK. It's really the only way to the only competitor to Chipotle Mexican Grill. Jack in the Box owns Qdoba Mexican Grill. We like that exposure. They're basically 100% West Coast right now. The only stores they have on the East Coast are North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee. Being in one of the only 3 states on the East Coast that actually has a Jack in the Box, they're actually all in Charlotte. Okay, that leaves Raleigh, Greensboro, and Winston-Salem. That's just to go into the metro markets here in North Carolina for Jack in the Box. On the conference call today, they talked about opening 50 to 60 new Qdoba restaurants in 2011. Full year EPS, they actually guided down. They guided 141 to 168 in full year EPS for 2011. With a 13 multiple on, we say, $1.55 EPS, that gets you to $20.15, which is about where the stock is trading. Okay, the analysts are calling for $2.03 for full year EPS, but the company's really going to have to outperform or do better than expected to come in with numbers like that. So we do like Qdoba. They're actually going to open 30 to 35 Jack in the Box locations. We think there's tons of room. They're only in 30, actually there are 31 states that don't have a Jack in the Box, which means that out of the 50 states, there's only 19 states that actually have a Jack in the Box. Jim Cramer likes a regional to national story. We think Jack in the Box is that. We also think BJ's Restaurant, BJRI, are 2 restaurants that you can play the regional to national story. We also like Joe's Jeans, symbol JOEZ, but please be careful. Joe's Jeans is a micro cap stock. It is very small. It's thinly traded. They have a small market cap. They only have 10 retail locations in the United States. 10. Okay, so it's a speculative play. Please keep your position size in check. You should honestly keep all of your position size in check no matter how big the stock is. Okay? The way to keep playing in this game is to not get carried out on a stretcher. You do that by keeping your position size small. Thanks for joining us today. We'll get you the results from the Jack in the Box comments call. We've got to wait for the replay to be made available. Hang in there today. Looks like the S&P's down about 15 points right now. It's not the end of the world. Okay, don't panic and sell anything. We're looking on our screen, and really outside the minerals and metals and the miners and banks, really nothing else is down more than a percent and a half. Okay, so it's not a huge sell-off, no big deal, a 1% pullback. We can all live with it. Thanks for tuning in again today, and we will see you tomorrow on Thanksgiving Eve. Have a great trading day.